Welcome back, guys, to Trails Through Daybreak, where last episode, revealing to the stalker that we knew what he was up to, we brought missing sister to an end by apprehending the man who tried to attack us with a knife, handing him in to the police. We then moved on to a new part of Edith, the Tyrell district, performing part of a sweep while also spending some free time with Ferry. We now take on our second job of the day.
Hello, you're Jess, aren't you? Hey, haven't I seen you guys before? We met before, yes, it's good to see you. We're with Arkride Solutions. You put out a request asking for our help, yeah? That's what we're here to talk about. Care to fill us in on what's going on? Wow, you really came after all. I mean, not that I doubt you guys or anything, but still. Anyway, you guys should probably sit down. It's going to take me a while to explain everything. So to give you guys a brief introduction, as you know, my name's Jess. I'm a singer and songwriter, if I can even really call myself that. I just started doing all of that pretty recently, so it's not like I'm famous or anything close to that. Well, I thought your music was really great when I heard it earlier. You should be proud of it. Was it really? Oh, I wish I could have heard it. Ah, thanks. You girls are too kind. Now that I think about it, I feel like I've been seeing you guys more and more around my neighborhood. That's probably because our office is located in Old Town. Oh, no kidding. That's where the three of us live. That's neat. Who else do you live with? I live with some friends I've known since we were kids. We all came up to Edith from the countryside and decided to room together. One of them is this guy named Raymond. He works at the flower shop. The other is Raymond's older sister, Carol. She works at the boutique. Gotcha. Good to know. And just to be clear, I promise not to go around talking to people about you guys or anything. This isn't exactly the sort of request I want Raymond and Carol to know about anyway, so it's really for the best. You wrote that you wanted us to remove your information from somebody's notebook. Could you go into that a little more?
Sure, but before I do, I need to ask, have you guys ever heard of a guy named Giacomo before? Did you say Giacomo? You could say we know him, for better or for worse. Oh great, that saves me the trouble of having to explain who he is. Basically, the notebook I wrote about is this one. He keeps full of material to blackmail people. Yikes, I knew that notebook wasn't good news based on the title of your request. That sounds super bad. Can't say I'm surprised he'd have such a thing, but it doesn't put him in any better of a light, that's for damn sure. How'd you find out you were in his little black book? Well, once I started to make a name for myself doing music stuff, he ambushed me outside the concert hall one day. What he said really freaked me out. He told me that he knew my secret, and if I didn't want it getting out to the wrong guy, I'd have to help him with his work. I haven't seen Giacomo at all since then, but I want that information scrubbed out of his notebook before he has a chance to do anything with it. That's despicable. It's one thing to play dirty on the battlefield, but threatening a private citizen is just low. Wait, hold on a second. Van, weren't you talking about Giacomo just the other day? Yeah, and for a reason our client here might like to know. Giacomo's dead. I can't go into the specific circumstances of what happened with someone like you, but I figured it's worth clearing up that much. Are you serious? I had no idea. Now I'm worried. If he's dead, what could have happened to the notebook? Ordinarily, something like that would be in the custody of the police. But this is Giacomo we're talking about. He wouldn't let one of the tools of his trade fall into the hands of the police so easily. My bet is he kept it hidden. Odds are about 50-50 as to whether the cops have managed to uncover it or not. It's probably in our best interest to figure out where he stashed it or what's become of it. Sure, that makes sense to me. Even if the police might have it in their possession, I'd appreciate you guys going out and checking just to make sure. What do you say, Van? Are we going to help him? Sure. Grey and chaos. Don't worry, we'll take the case. Our first stop should probably be Giacomo's two hideouts that we visited before. We should sift through them and see what we find. I'm sure the guy had other spots while he was alive, but with any luck, something will turn up and we won't have to go through any more trouble. That makes sense. We already know where the two hideouts are, so we might as well investigate them. Sounds good to me. I can't wait to see you guys do your thing. I'm sure I'm going to learn a lot about being a Spriggan. Once we come to some sort of conclusion, we'll be sure to contact you with whatever news we have. Till then, sit tight. Got you covered. Perfect. Thank you guys so much for doing this. You don't know how much I appreciate it.
Commencing mission.
Blacking Out Blackmail. I think I'll try writing some music here for once. I mainly settled on this place because the other two hardly come here as far as I know. But it's actually pretty relaxing here, so I think I'll just keep hanging out here for a while. Anyway, thanks for handling my request. I really appreciate it. Alright, let's go to... I mean, it makes more sense for me to go to Riverside first, I feel. Midpoint?
Taking off now.
That should be our destination after all. Oh, I heard something from the room ahead of us. There's people inside. Several people. Maybe it's Armada. I hope not. Nah, I doubt it. Probably just exactly who we want to see here. Let's head in. Hello there, officers. How are you liking this spot? You come by here often? Hope you found what you're looking for. I should be asking you that question. What's a punk like you doing in here? And you brought a child along this time. There is a police investigation underway here. Civilians are not allowed on the premises. Ah, come on, don't be like that. I just stopped by on a job. Guess you guys are looking for something too, huh? If you already know, then why are you asking? It's not like I'll tell you anything else either. Why don't you just go ahead and tell me what kind of job you're taking that brought you back here, of all places? This doesn't have to be a questioning, though. I don't mind taking you along to the station for an interview. Voluntarily, of course. Hey, whoa, hold up there. I ain't trying to pick a fight. We've got our own business around here. What do you say I scratch your back and help you look for whatever it is you're trying to find? Who knows? Maybe an outsider's perspective will help things along better than you could, Inspector. And of course, we'll tell you about anything we find. No secrets here. I know we're asking for a lot, but please consider making an exception this time. Of course, we won't get in your way, Inspector. I can even go out and clean up the waterway monsters so things are a little safer here.
As in, you're going to fight them?
Damn it, kid. Maybe let me handle this one.
Anyway, please, you can trust me a little on this one. If supervision would make you feel better, you can always have someone watch us. You're shameless thinking you can come in and just ask for me to trust you just like that. Yet the CID trusts you, if ever so slightly. I'd quite like to find out just what about you is worthy of that trust, assuming there's anything at all.
Can we go in then?
Yes, but if you so much as twitch in a suspicious way, I'll have cuffs on you before you even notice. Let us know if you find anything.
Thank you so much, Inspector.
Okay, excuse us then. You called yourselves Arkride Solutions, if I recall. I swear, you couldn't be more suspicious if you tried. But if you insist that you're worthy of even a fragment of our trust, go ahead and prove it.
Why, don't that. Taco joint posters.
It's a flyer for the taco stand.
Kind of thing of it, we met Giacomo right in front of that taco stand. You mentioned he was a regular there, usually on Wednesdays. Tacos. Oh, I could go for a taco right now. I wonder what I should get. Their menu's on the back of the flyer, yeah? Terry tugged on the taco stand flyer. I can't get it off. It's stuck to the wall and all I can lift is this corner. Oh, wait, hold on. Look, there's something written in the corner here. Is this a code of some sort? You're right. Good one there, Farida. Now let me take a look. No R4, G6, B7, F7, Z1, P8, S10 is written in tiny letters on the back of the flyer. God, do I need to, know this?
I don't know. I'm going to write it down. In Twitch chat. R4. G6. We're going to get quizzed on this. B7. F7. Z1. P8. S10. Sure.
I have no idea what this means. Yep, no clue either. This one's not going to be an easy one to decipher. We're going to need a key to decipher the code in the first place. Wow, Taco Fly is a whack place to put a code on. Dude must have been real hardcore about his tacos to come up with something like this. He did go every week. Yeah.
Isn't it nice to see you three having so much fun in our crime scene? Well, did you find anything? I'll remind you that tampering with evidence is a crime punishable by law, but you might just look nice behind bars and in a prison suit.
Hey, cool up there. We were just about to show you. Take a look for yourself. Giacomo left some sort of code on here.
Oh, I do see that something's written, but are you sure it's a code?
Sure? No, not until I decode it anyway.
Alright, guess you're not just taught then. Hate to say it, but you did help in our investigation.
Nice. If I get a favor from the cops, then that's a win in my book.
I found what I was looking for, so we'll be leaving now. Hold up, don't think you can play me for a fool here. I've got an idea as to what you're after. Let me ask you this. What will you do with it once you find it? I got no idea what you're talking about, Inspector. Don't play coy with me. We're all well aware Giacomo had a thing for collecting information for blackmailing purposes. We've so far been unable to locate said information. It wasn't with any of his possessions. It's a safe assumption on our part that he might have had such info hidden somewhere in the city. That code might very well lead us to at least part of that information once solved. I know what you're on about, so let's not play any games here, Spriggan. Sorry, but I can't go tattling on a client. I've got a job to do here and my own rules to stick by as a Spriggan. I had to put my client's wishes first and foremost. Whether it's in the best interest of the police or not, that's not really any of my business. Alright. But I'll be keeping an eye on you, and making sure you don't use Giacomo's secrets for anything problematic. You do, and I'll be more than happy to be the one to throw you behind bars. I think that's as much justification as I need. Regardless, thank you for your assistance, Arkride Solutions. I'll pray to the goddess that you continue being this cooperative with the police in the future. Yeah. Sorry for bothering you, and thanks.
Thank you for your assistance too, Inspector. Okay, still not sure this code's going to take us to wherever this blackmail book is, but we've got to keep at it. Nothing else really caught my eye in this hideout. I don't think we're going to find anything else, even if we keep looking. Worst comes to worst, we can still check his other hideouts. But it'd be real swell if we could figure things out here. We need a key to solve this, don't we? I didn't see any more hints. I don't know what to do. Maybe we're missing something, like in his hideout or something. There was a sofa, the liquor bottles, several containers. And there's a taco stand flyer where Ferry found the code. The taco stand flyer might be a lead worth looking into. It was real fun on that taco joint. Hell, the code itself was on the flyer. I don't think it's just a coincidence. That's not the kind of guy Giacomo was. He was very cautious. And let's go to the taco stand. Back to Riverside's, Riverside. We didn't even get to check out the rest of this place. I went to the posters on the wall and instant success. I guess the police weren't looking there. It's going to be one of those locations where you just go, okay, I don't have to bumble through the police. Monsters.
Watch out for ranged attacks. Beginning engagement. Brace yourself.
What range attacks?
It should be safe for now.
I can get a whole 4 experience, look. A whole 4. We never went to Station Street base.
Off we go.
We go there too. Enter the underground ruins? Sure. Guess I'd have to go to the end of them, wouldn't I? Here we are. This was one of Giacomo's old bases. Sure enough, it looks as though the police have already seized everything he left behind here. You never know. It's still possible they overlooked something. My thoughts exactly. Let's give this place a good comb over and see if we can find clues to wherever his blackmail notebook is. Well, there's still stuff to check here then. A candelabra. Pull it, pull it. There's a candelabrum with some candles in it. Nothing appears to be out of the ordinary. I was wondering if we might find some letters written on the candles or something, but it doesn't look like it. Guess we'll just have to look somewhere else. Oh my god, this room's a bit framey. The group examined the markings on the floor with scrutinous eyes, but nothing appeared to be out of the ordinary. He must have figured writing something on the floor would have been too obvious. Try somewhere more out of sight, somewhere people would be likely to overlook. I like that idea. Let's try searching somewhere else then. Well, there's a hidden blooming block in the wall. Is it just me, or does this brick look different? Yeah, it looks like it was made with a different kind of clay. Let's try poking around it just in case. Lan gave the brick and all those surrounding it a light knock. One that looks different sounds different too. It was a lot lighter. I've read stories where bricks are used as switches. I wonder if that could be the case here. Only one way to find out. I don't think we can outright remove it, but we can at least shift it around a bit. After moving the brick, they discovered that letters were written upon its surface. Oh look, something's written on it. It says TE203. Oh god, I need that now. TE203. Oh, let's put it back how it was before we think on it. I think I got it. The other code was number, and if we put them all together, it says note. Like notebook. Oh, okay. So we got some numbers in there. And then we've got letters. Gonna be very confusing, this. You're right. It doesn't necessarily mean that this leads to the book we're looking for, but they are connected. That's a good start. Now we just need to solve the rest of the cipher. Maybe we'll be able to do that if we visit that taco stand in Riverside. Let's head on over there and see. God, this is gonna be a right blooming jumble.
Go, go, go!
Like, do letters, do numbers stand for letters?
Then...
Do letters stand for... Oh, I shouldn't have come here. I'm being harangued. Alright.
Okay, stop right here. The very best.
Is there some letters printed on that meat? So this is the taco stand from the flyer, right? Yeah, let's see if it's got a clue for this code. Wow, they all look really tasty. I can't decide what to buy. Hey there, girlie. Menu's right here. Feel free to pick whatever catches your eye. Well, whatever. Might as well make an order while we're here. Wait, no freaking way. Oh, you're right. So that's what it means. Did you figure something out? It's orders. Okay. I think the menu itself might be our key. You'll find the answer if you use the portion after the no. Okay. Show me the menu then. On the menu, I don't get it. Why not give it a try? Good chance as any. It's really straightforward if you figure out the trick. Oh, I see. Okay then. I don't like that I'm the only one who hasn't figured it out anyway. I'll give it a shot. The menu is the key to decipher the code then. What came after no was R4, G6, B7, F7, Z1, P8, S10. Yes, I've got that. There's 9 items on the menu. There's a 203 as well, remember? Red hot chili taco, green onion taco, and the veggie salad taco. What? Okay. R4. G is in green onion, yeah? God, what's going on here? Beef and garlic taco, cheesy taco, and the fiery fish taco. I'm assuming it's the 7th letter in the thing that's B. And then we need to look for F, the 7th letter. Okay. Then we'd be looking for something with Z, which is Z. Okay. Yeah. Pulled pork taco would be 8th letter, which would be an O. And the shrimp and bean taco, S10. And the and counts? Or not? What's the solution? I think it's the letters, specifically the letters with the numbers away and they spell something. Maybe? Okay, that is totally what's going on. So I'm pretty sure I've worked this out already. So R4 would be H. G6 would be O. This is the O of the onion, so ho. What's about the 203 then?
Huh. Then you go to beef and garlic taco. So it's HO. B7 would be R. So we know what it spells from just that alone. We don't really have to go much further into the whole solving equations thing, do we? F7 would be I. But it basically spells Z1 is Z. I think it's Z1 is the gimme, really. If you were like, if you still hadn't kind of like tried to be like looking at it, Z is probably the gimme. PA is O. And shrimp and bean taco is, you don't count the and it's the N, which spells horizon. I got it. It's horizon. You start on the first letter and go down each item a number of letters equal to the number and take that letter. You got it. Good job nailing it on the first try. Well done, Fairy. Ah, that was easy. But horizon, huh? Next step is figuring out what that means. What is the 203 you need to think about? Horizon note 203. The obvious answer would be the horizon, but that may be taking things too literally. You can always just ask. Hey, mind if I ask a quick question? What's the first thing that comes to mind if I say the word horizon? Horizon? Oh, I know. Really? What is it? No big deal, really. But the first thing that popped into my head was the apartment building across the river. It's called Horizon Heim. Flat 203. The landlord stops by every now and then for some tacos. Hard to forget when they're always complaining about all the vacancies in the building. Got it. Thanks for the hint. Giacomo might have heard the landlord complaining about all the vacancies. If he did, it makes sense he'd take advantage of the empty space to hide stuff. True. Should we go look into it? Let's go. You figured that out fast and I did. I mean, I was looking at it because, like, lots of stuff was capitalized in it. So, like I do a YouTube title, if you know what I mean. It would be, you know, proper thing is beef and onion. The onion wouldn't be capitalized, would it? So then I was trying to, like, count from the first letter, then wondering what the hell was going on. It was just confusion. But I think the Z1 is the real give me. And then when the answer showed up, it was like, oh. When the answers showed up, it was like, okay. So this is Horizon Heim. After all our clues, I think room 203 is the most suspicious. Should we go inside it? I was thinking about that, but I don't buy that the hiding spot's the building itself. It's too easy. Giacomo was the careful type. Wouldn't have wanted people to see him coming in and out of the building. Then it must be outside. But then what's the 203 about? Figure it's got to be this, right? Oh, the mailbox. Interesting. The drop slot for 203 is covered by a transparent tape. Yeah, probably because the room's not rented. However, the code suggests that inside our little post box. Van tore the tape off the room 203 mailbox and took out the contents. Knew it. Here it is. So this is the notebook we've been searching for. A worn leather notebook. It certainly looks like it. Yeah, this thing's filled with personal info, photos and newspaper clippings about all kinds of folk. No question, this is the blackmail material Jess talked about. Where is Jess's page? Ah, here it is. Beneath a blue sky, as you and I sit, listening to my strings, it occurs to me that these everyday moments with you mean everything to me. From ever letting you know the truth of my feelings, I shall abstain. More than just friendship, locked away in my heart, they remain. Though they may overpower me forever, I shall be a part of the flowery man that owns my heart. Oh. He loves the brother, not the sister. That's complicated for that trio. This is a poem. No, these are lyrics. Oh, yeah, there's a comment. Taken from discarded notebook. These lyrics, though, they're nice and all, but what about this makes them blackmail material? There's a photo here, too. The photo shows Jess entering a business with a man's arm around his shoulder. His expression is guilty and full of shame. So he's gay, but not out. At a glance, it looks like he got suckered in by some shop's barker. No, really, all of this looks normal. What about this is blackmail? I'm not sure I'm right, but I may have an idea. Did you notice, Van? The song is talking about a man. Do you think that means... Yeah, we're thinking about the same thing. Oh, come on, don't whisper to each other. I want to know what you're talking about. We've got to run this by the client first. We don't got any proof anyway. Let's meet up with him and have them look at the contents of this notebook. Unfortunately, that's like a thing that might be in effect to his career with lots of, if he's a singer, etc., and loads of women like him, that might affect his career quite badly. Sad way of looking at it. Shouldn't do. But that's the risk that maybe he's internalized up here. This has become quite a complex quest. It's very
Then
interesting.
let's head over.
If that is what I'm thinking, if that is what's right.
This feels great. Thanks for stopping by. This tastes great.
This Eastern cuisine is delicious.
Of course, the issue of asking someone to do this is we're going to find out. Took some doing, but we managed to track down Giacomo's little black book. We found the information concerning you on this page here. Could you take a look at it and confirm this is what you want gone? Yes, this is it. This is the information about me that I absolutely don't want getting out at any cost. Is it alright if I tear out the page and photo and throw them away? Totally. Do whatever you want with them. They're yours now. Jess proceeded to tear the notebook page and photograph into fine pieces. Phew, I think I'll rest at leisure knowing that stuff isn't out there anymore. Although, no offense, if I'm being completely honest, I wish you guys hadn't ended up finding out about my circumstances. As for who those lyrics were about, well, I think I have an idea of who it might be. I'll say this, there are plenty of people like you who live out in the open these days. You shouldn't feel like you have to keep that bottled up. Yeah, I know that. It's not like I would really mind if people in society knew who I was. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm more trying not to ruin what I have with my childhood friends, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's gonna be a weird dynamic there. The sister's well into him. The brother has no clue. Don't know if he's, in what his overall sexuality is. It's, that's, a lot of heart-to-heart talks to fulfill that that's a jumble. That's an entanglement. So if you guys could still keep all of that to yourselves, I'd really, really appreciate it. And of course, it'd be bad for business if people thought they couldn't trust us with their personal details like that. Absolutely. We promise we'll maintain the strictest confidentiality about your case. I don't really understand what you guys are talking about, but don't worry, we'll never tell anybody about you no matter what. Thank you. I'm sorry if it sounded like I don't trust you guys. I just needed that extra reassurance is all. Anyway, you guys can have the notebook back now. I'm not the only one in it, so I really shouldn't be the one to hold on to it. I'll let you guys figure out how to dispose of it, if that's okay. Oh, I should totally give it to the police. No problem. We're more than happy to handle that. Though if I could burn it. I think that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for doing this. You don't know how relieved I am to have all of that behind me. I'll deposit the money into your account soon. See you all later. So it wasn't a career issue then. Alright, now to take care of that notebook once and for all. What a scary thing that notebook is. You plan to use it for yourself then? No way, considering how Giacomo must have sourced that info, keeping it would be asking for nothing but trouble. I'm turning it over to the cops. It'll be a good way to get them to owe us a favor, digging up something as valuable as this. It's always give and take with you, Van, isn't it? The party did exactly as Van suggested, submitting the notebook to the police station as key evidence in the murder case. They asked that it be delivered straight to Inspector Daswani, who would know exactly what to do with it.
All in a day's work.
Yeah, we didn't get an option at all for this
Love
one.
to see it.
Reward deposited.
We got some actual chaos points, weirdly. That's the last of the 4 SPGs. I can't smell anything out of place now. This would be a good time for a break, then we can take it easy after that. One additional free time point was added for completing all of the 4 SPGs. Let's take a quick trip back to Old Town.
Then let's head over.
It's an interesting love triangle for Japan, if you get me. I think he's in his house now. Oh, you guys. I really appreciate how you handled my request. I can finally relax for a little bit.
Now it's just me and my feelings. Go figure. Never pans out the way you expect, huh? But I liked it. Went places I didn't expect it to go in that regard.
Gotta keep this up.
Anything I can get from that? Nope. Well, I've reported it to myself. I still don't understand who the hell I'm reporting it to. I almost feel like burning it would have been a better idea, because you never know what the police are going to do with it. They should do the right thing, they're the police, but... they're the police.
Off we go.
Okay. I'm a bit worried about this marker being in the middle of the area, meaning I may not get to speak to the NPCs. I will try to approach from this alleyway and then maybe hit those two shops, but I reckon I'll be sucked in to whatever that key event is, which I don't know if that'll move the story on or not. But before we even do that,
Planner launch.
we can do another one of these, so I can give this walk and eat even.
I'll take good care of it.
I don't even know if 10 points is worth it. I'm wondering if, like, the missions give you 90 points and you need the 10 points to get there. I don't know. Montmart Shopping. Paulette's going out shopping for the restaurant. She's always been such a big help, so maybe I'll return some of her kindness if I can make some time. We're going to hand out reviews. Fans group decide to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. Thanks for helping out, Van. You don't know how much I appreciate it. Hey, no problem. That's what neighbors are for. I know you've got a lot to buy and could use a helping hand. I'm always happy to help. Can I go with you guys? I want to come too. Alright, but you have to help us if you're going to come, okay? And don't go wandering off. Okay, yay, shopping! We're gonna go shopping! We've got a few places to visit today. First, I gave you a bit of a loyal customer discount, Paulette. Thanks for always shopping here. Van, I trust you're not going to make her carry it all back to the restaurant, right? Be a gentleman. I am. That's what I'm here for. Oh, you didn't have to do that, Brenda. You already gave Yume that candy the last time we came here. That was so yummy. Thank you so much. You're so polite for your age, Yume. I'm impressed. And don't you worry about it, Paulette. This is just my way of showing you thanks for making this neighborhood a better place to live in. I mean, just think about how long you've been coming here, since before you left home, really. Oh, I guess you've been working at Montmart for a while now. Hope you haven't gotten bored. I don't think I could. I grew up with just Dad around, so it's always been home for me. Him and his cooking. Wouldn't give that up for anything. A pleasure doing business with you, as always. I'll throw in some seasonal fruits from Orled on the house. Hope you enjoy them. Oh, these look really tasty. I appreciate the offer, but I couldn't possibly take these without paying for them. Of course you can. Think of it as a loyalty bonus. I'd also like to spoil my favorite little Yume. Yay, I'm her favorite. Ow, pipe down. You're killing my eardrums here. Children are just so full of energy, aren't they? I remember when you returned with her in your arms all those years ago. I was quite worried back then. Huh? But I see now there was no cause for concern. You got a good head on your shoulders, and you're strong of spirit as well. I imagine I got the former from my mum and the latter from my dad. Huh? They continued their shopping spree for a while longer before making their way back to Old Town. Grandpa, I'm back! Hey, there's my little Yume. Aren't you going to ask about her and me, I mean? You must realize by now, we're not the most ordinary family, right? I can't imagine you of all people wouldn't have noticed. Hey, what kind of guy do you take me for? I'm not that insensitive. I know better than to go sniffing around a woman's private business. I didn't mean it like that. We've just known each other for a long time now. I feel a little bad keeping things from you. Nah, don't be. It's nothing to feel sorry about. If you want, you can just think of it as me repaying the favor. You guys didn't grill me for details when I first rented out the floor above yours. There was no questions asked, and I really appreciated that.
I'm not going to go digging into someone's personal affairs if they don't offer the info up first. Call it a personal policy. Right, I've always known you to be a rather discreet and considerate man. Thank you so much, Van. I'm just doing what any decent guy should. But if it makes a pretty woman like you happy, I ain't gonna complain. I was talking about our errand running just now. Were you? Well, I'll take your word for it. Mummy, Van, what are you doing? Come on. We're coming, sweetie. If you still have time before you have to return to work, then let me brew you some coffee on the house. Never gonna say no to that. After the brief coffee break, Van reunited with the others and resumed work. A very short one.
That was fun. Let's play again, Van.
Van got extra health from you being the office mood maker. Nice. And 20 points as well there.